going on, guys? Operator Poopski here, and today we are doing part 6 of our weapons tutorials. We are doing the specialist class for Volk, and I would say this class, more than any of them, of any faction, has the oddest array of weapons. Starting at the top, we have the Spaz 12, the Volk's shotgun, and it kind of lines up more or less with the M1014. Better or worse, I don't know. It's high damage, high recoil, all that's the same. It has slightly less ammo. I think the reserve shells for the M1014 were 31. Otherwise, this all lines up the same, if I'm not mistaken. I think, yeah, it's hold open. And much like with shotguns in general, I believe I said that they are cool, but not very practical. And the Spaz 12 is no different. I think it might have a higher rate of fire. I don't know. Let's yank on the trigger here and see what happens. Honestly, actually, I think that might be a pinch slower, if not the same. I don't know. Anyways, it's a very iconic shotgun. I'll give it that. But it's still a shotgun in Onward, and I don't see much use for it. Maybe I didn't say this with the M1014, but it's definitely great hip firing. Well, I don't know. Let's see if you can actually hip fire. You can't really hip fire with the virtual stock on. Let's see. Come on. Come on. Ah! Is that shoulder firing? No, but what I was trying to say was you don't really have to aim down the sights to be accurate. I mean, that's kind of obvious with a shotgun. Once you have that gun locked into your shoulder with the virtual stock, all right, how about this? We'll take it to the CQC range and see how quickly I can clear it. Well, if I even clear it before I get bored. Okay. Was that not a hit? Bro, that was a hit. Yeah, so as far as I'm concerned, it's just the Volk's shotgun. I don't see any real difference. If I'm wrong, if you know something I don't, feel free to drop a comment and let us all know. So next up is the AKS-74U. I like this one. I do. You don't get to put a foregrip on it, which sucks, but it's controllable. It's awkward. It's like an ugly stepchild, but it's controllable. It's probably one of the very few guns that I don't bother putting in semi-auto. Like, it's so controllable with enough ammo per magazine that I feel comfortable go ahead and spraying. But if you do put it in semi-auto, it's very, very, very easy and tight to control. That wasn't so hot. And yeah, obviously, just like the AKM, it's a closed bolt. And Oh, yeah, manual release. And you know what it is that makes it so controllable is the rate of fire is slower, so that kind of staggered shot is still fast enough to, hurt someone, but slow enough to be controlled. And that's that type of rate of fire that you only get with the AK style guns. Yeah, this thing is great. You know what I would do is, you can. I'm not sure if you know this, but when you start any round, you have your primary weapon. And then should you pick up a gun off the ground, you can put that on your chest and still carry your primary weapon. So I would pick this up if, the first couple of terrorists that I killed or whatever, Volk that I killed, dropped one. I would definitely pick that up and slap it on my chest. Damn, if I could stop running out of ammo, that'd be cool. Yeah, no, I think this gun's fantastic. Don't sleep on this one. Right, so another interesting thing that you should be aware of is it is chambered in 5.45. So, should you come across a AK-12, also 5.45, and they will be able to share magazines. And that's great because if you were picking it up, like I said, as a backup weapon, between that and the AK-74, you're going to find a ton of ammo. So if you run out of your MARSOC ammo, you just look to that or look to the AK-12 and you'll be all right. Okay, so next up is the G36. This is a very, very tasty carbine. Honestly, it could function as an assault rifle. It kind of feels the same, but while having great maneuverability. It is a one-pointer, so you're going to get a lot of wiggle room with attachments. It operates much like a MARSOC 5.56 gun. It's obviously 5.56 NATO, 30 rounds, 4 magazines, decent rate of fire. The range is, the range says 200 meters, but honestly, I think you can do much better than that. Not the best penetration. Semi-auto, full auto, manual release, and a hold open bolt, which isn't it annoying when it's hold open but not manual release? That upsets me. But I really, really like this gun. Very controllable, full auto fire, transparent magazine, always cool. But I think it really shines in semi-auto. And I am not doing this gun justice. I'm not. But it's good. It should accept MARSOC 5.56 NATOs. I don't know if I've tried it with this one, but definitely try it out. If you see the gun on the ground, try and swap them. This might be one of my favorites in the whole game. Probably up there, number 3, number 4, maybe. Yeah. Okay, next up is the ASVAL. VAL. It's a very strange gun. It's internally silenced. It's a suppressed carbine. So while you may not have to spend a point on a suppressor, it is a 2-point gun. So, I think you're paying for it either way. But it sucks in that it's only 9mm, and you know how I feel about the MP5 and its lack of stopping power. This one, honestly, no different, except it's got only 20 rounds. That I am not a fan of that. But it does have an exceptionally high rate of fire. I can't. I don't think it's worth using. I mean, I don't know, maybe in PvP, I guess the rate of fire in this thing's so great that you can just light someone up, real fast, and it's silenced, I guess. But you better make sure you hit them, because with only 20 rounds, I mean, it's cool, it sounds cool, it shoots fast, but that doesn't mean that it's necessarily good. Let's see, maybe it's good because you can shoot it one-handed. Shocker, you can't. Not really. Yeah, no, I don't know. I think if you were, like, in PvP and camping and waiting for someone, you could easily light someone up and then, like, book and maybe get away without really telegraphing your position. I don't know. For normal use, especially in co-op, I would definitely pass on that one. Okay, next up is one of my favorite guns in the whole game. I would say this one's number 3, is the TAR-21. It is much like the MARSOC guns at 5.56, hold open bolt and manual release, semi-auto, full auto, great penetration, great rate of fire, low recoil, medium range, and this gun, it's so cool. It's a bullpup, very short, very maneuverable, very cool. In fact, I'm a little upset that this is classified as a specialist weapon when it could very easily be a rifleman weapon, and you could put a foregrip on it, a bipod. Look online, Google search, image search, TAR-21 bipod. They have this cool add-on to it where it kind of cups around here, and a little bipod folds out. It folds around the grip there and pops out. So actually, just look up videos of the TAR-21. It's just a beautifully designed weapon. Yeah. Unfortunately, you cannot put a foregrip on it. But this gun is so controllable. So controllable. It's tight. It's close quarters. You're going to do a really good job. And the full auto, its rate of fire is perfect for those 2-3 round bursts. All right, charging handles at the front, right there. Yeah, a lot of times a space gun is not good, and this one is an exception. It is a great gun. Try this one out. It is chambered in 5.56 NATO, so these magazines should fit in a MARSOC gun. I don't know if I've ever tried it with this one, but it should. It might not, because it's all banana-y. I'm not sure, but try it out. It is technically the same caliber. Okay, and last but certainly not least, the infamous RPG. Much like the grenade launcher on the MK18 from MARSOC, you only have one shot. But let's state the obvious. What do you see here? You see an RPG with one warhead and a pistol. That's it. So you shoot this one shot, and that's it. You're done. You just have the pistol. Whereas with the MK18, once you shoot that one grenade, you still have an MK18 with 4 magazines. So if you're playing co-op, just bear in mind, if you take the RPG, no one really does it seriously. It's typically for a goof, but oh, is it such a tasty goof. Obviously super high damage. Recoil, who cares? You're only shooting once. The range is 200 meters. I mean, does anyone practice shooting this thing? I don't know. let's practice shooting this thing. Yeah, so most people pull it up and just shoot, but don't forget that you can grab that handle right there. Can you reverse it? Yeah, there you go. I'm right-handed, but it just seems to make sense to do it like that. Doesn't it? Let's see. Well, I don't know. Well, no, actually. It makes more sense to me to grab it like that. Interesting. I just figured that out. So I'm not the best at knowing how these sights work, but I would assume that you do... You know what? Let me get all terroristy and take a knee. Yeah, you know, the RPG, 40 millimeter, blah, blah, blah. You know, I don't even really feel the need to shoot it. Like, you know what it does. You know. Right, well, you get it. Anyways, guys, that's it for this one. Join me in part 7, and we'll cover the Volk support weapons. Thanks for watching.